which is officially baby-friendly. This evidence-based initiative is designed to support mother-baby bonding and optimal infant feeding practices by upholding the 10 steps to successful breastfeeding. San Juan Regional Medical Center, officially baby-friendly, and serving the Four Corners since 1910. Find out more online at sanjuanregional.com. Ten minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Friday morning, December 13th. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Micklin, and thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air in San Juan County, 103.3 FM over the air now in Durango, Colorado, and of course you can listen everywhere by going to our website and streaming it live at ksje.com. Special good morning also to the viewers who are watching what we call visual radio, streaming live video to the KSJE YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Welcome aboard, everyone. We're glad you are with us this morning. It is Ugly Sweater Day here at the station, so that's why I am wearing this. And it's even uglier parts that you can't see, so we'll leave it at that. Coming up, though, in just a few moments, the beautiful Liesl Dees is going to be my guest, who is here from the San Juan College Community Learning Center and Encore program. We'll be talking about all of the different programs and classes that are coming up in the new year, and of course, as Liesl reminds all of us, Encore classes are a great gift for the person who is maybe hard to buy for, so we'll give you some ideas coming up this morning in the next few moments right here on KSJE. And then, of course, we will round out the 8 o'clock hour as we do on Fridays. Wally D from Wally D Sports is going to be stopping by with the latest on all the prep sports activities going on in the area. Winter sports, of course, now underway. So we'll talk more about that later on this hour with Wally D on KSJE. Mick Hess is coming in, roving with the arts after the news at 9 a.m. And in keeping with my sweater, Mick has some holiday Christmas music to share with us this morning, as well as some arts news that you will hear today at 9:06 on Roving with the Arts. Don't forget, today at noon, it is the Cop Shop with FPD. It is on the second and fourth Friday of the month, and Police Chief Stephen Hebby will be here. Public Information Officer Nicole Brown will be here, and much, much more. That's coming up today at noon. Listen or watch us live at 12:06 after the news on KSJE. And at 12:30, of course, every Friday, it's our storytelling program, produced in cooperation with our good friends over at the Farmington Public Library, Cuentos, Hana, and Tales, today at 12:30. And again, you can listen over the air in San Juan County, in Durango, and worldwide by going to our website at ksje.com. You know we're on Facebook and YouTube, but we're also on Twitter. You can follow us there, and you can also connect with KSJE on Instagram as well. Here's the weather forecast for today. A partly sunny day, 48 for a high on this Friday, 31 tonight. Then a pretty good chance of rain and snow showers this weekend. Chance of rain tomorrow with a high of 48 degrees and an overnight low of 34 on Saturday. Then a better chance for rain and snow showers on Sunday, at least in the Farmington area, with a high of 38 on Sunday and an overnight low of 19. Sunshine returns, but cooler weather on Monday with a high of only 32 and an overnight low of 11, and 29 with sunshine for a high on Tuesday with an overnight low of 11 degrees. Speaking of colder weather and snow and the holidays, we always mention that visual radio can take you places. How about up above the Arctic Circle? This is the Santa Claus Village in Finland, where it is dark all day long. And this is Santa Claus Village, where it is currently about 33 degrees, 0 degrees Celsius there on the thermometer that you can see, on our way to a high of 33 and an overnight low of 29 with a 20% chance of snow at Santa Claus Village in Lapland, Finland today. That is the images, snow on the ground, and it looks very ready for the holidays at Santa Claus Village there in Finland. The material discussed in this program is for Joining me now in our visual radio studio to talk a little bit about the Community Learning Center and the Encore programs at San Juan College. Liesl Dees is back with me. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. It's always a joy to be here with you.
It's good to have you here, and as usual, you are not shy of bringing all kinds of stuff to talk about this week, right?
You got it.
This morning.
I'm delighted to share things that we have going on through the Community Learning Center at San Juan College.
Lots of stuff, and the other big news is there's a new home of the Community Learning Center we need to talk about, too, this morning.
That's exactly right. So we have moved.
Yes.
We put it on our last catalog's cover.
Right.
But now it's happened.
I've seen it. I've been there. Yes, I took the tour.
Excellent. We
Right.
are there, and we are delighted to be serving our customers from the new 30th Street Education Center location, the building formerly known as
Hillcorp.
Burlington.
And Burlington.
And
ConocoPhillips. Right,
yeah,
depending
exactly.
on how long you've been in town.
That's exactly right. Now,
Yes.
the 30th Street Education Center that San Juan College shares with the Farmington Municipal Schools.
Right.
The Community Learning Center is on the 3rd floor. So a little bit of visualization here. If you're driving down that pretty shiny building on 30th Street, you'll see signs both for Farmington Municipal Schools and for San Juan College. And this is, of course, the building that is right up from C. Seniors and across the street from Kiwanis Park.
Right.
So think
That's the
about
one.
where we are. Okay, how am I doing on my directions?
Very good. I'm with
Scott,
you.
okay.
Yep.
So if you go in the entrance that is labeled San Juan College, you go into a parking lot that's on the back side of the building. And San Juan College is occupying the 2nd and the 3rd floors. So when you go in on that entrance, you enter on the 2nd floor.
Right.
If you park on the other side of the building, they'll say, oh, drive around the back and go in on the 2nd floor. So come in on the 2nd floor. On the back side of the building, you'll see San Juan College, very welcoming public safety desk at the front, and they will send you up to the 3rd floor. So you can either take the elevator or take the stairs one flight up, and that's where you will find the Community Learning Center.
Very nice. And it's a beautiful space, as we were talking about.
Exactly.
And I know you're getting settled, and your neighbors are getting settled, your office mates and things like that. So it's kind of an exciting thing because also over in that part of the building is the higher education partners, I think, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
And some other folks as well. So.
Yep, and other San Juan College departments are there.
That's right.
One of those is the Center for Workforce Development.
That's right.
And we have shared a publication for about 2 years now. That's our continuing education publication. Yep.
That's right. I'm gonna hold it up
Hold it
so
up and
everybody can
show
see
it.
it. This is the
Thank you,
one.
Scott. Yep.
There you go. Put it in front of my face.
And now we are sharing registration as well. So if you flip to the back pages of this schedule, instead of seeing a different phone number, you will see the same phone number. So you can not only sign up for your dance class and your exercise class with us through the Community Learning Center, you can also sign up for supervising, managing people, building better podcasts for your business, things
Cool.
like that.
So this is the page we're talking about?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
I found it.
Yep.
There you go, everybody. Okay.
Same phone number, same registration process.
One-stop
for
shop.
those. Exactly.
I like it.
Yep. And
Very good.
Yeah, as we are both before and after the holidays, we can hit you with your holiday gift-giving needs,
That's
or
right.
we can hit you with our your New Year's resolutions
Both
after
will
the
work.
holidays.
That's true.
Exactly.
This program is airing in both December and January, so I think what I would say too is if Santa didn't bring you what you wanted, you can go on to the catalog and sign up for what you really wanted to do.
Well, and Scott, as you know, one of the trends in gift giving, so just keep this in
Yes.
mind when you're shopping for me this year,
Yes, ma'am.
is to give experiences to
Right.
people.
Right.
And we have experiences galore. And I say this because, again, it's both for personal enrichment and for business. So if you wanted to give someone a gift certificate for a class, you could do that. If you wanted to give your favorite dance partner a enrollment in a dance class, what
There
a
you
great
go.
experience
That could
to
work.
do together.
Right.
If you want to help someone's career by giving them a gift of a class through the Center for Workforce Development, great gift for Administrative Assistance Day or something
Sure.
like that.
That's
so
right.
keep in mind whether it's your personal or your professional gift-giving needs and your enrichment.
There you go.
Happy to help you.
And again, it's all online, right? We can
It
go
is.
to sanjuancollege.edu/CLC
You can,
and
absolutely.
find some of the things things that we're talking about or get links to the other areas too, right?
That's exactly right. Yep. And Scott, do you want to show folks
Let me scroll around here.
where you got there?
We are right here. We'll show the website. I'm going to scroll back up.
So if you go to sanjuancollege.edu CLC, you'll find all of our course descriptions on there, and they're divided up into different categories. So you'll want to scroll through and find different classes. But our Encore classes, our non-credit classes, we've got classes in the Makerspace, both through the Center for Workforce Development and through the Community Learning Center.
Right.
So both for personal and professional experiences, and you'll find all the details that you need there online.
Very good. And that's where we are. So we're looking at, I think this must be Makerspace.
It is,
classes
yeah.
that we're seeing up front, right? Which is basic 3D printing and other stuff, right?
Exactly. So the Makerspace, if you haven't heard Scott's fabulous program on this, and I know that, because I know, Scott, you've done things about
we love the
related to
Makerspace.
this.
It sounds very cool. I still haven't gotten over there. They won't let me
They won't let
go
you
loose
in
there.
yet.
Not yet.
Well, you can take a class.
I would need to take a class.
On
have adult
that.
supervision.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
what I need. But
well,
yeah.
and in fact, that you mentioned that that I'm double checking my ages on who can sign up.
Okay.
Youth 12 and older can sign up for our
Okay.
non-credit classes in this, and we've got things like basic 3D printing, vinyl T-shirt design using a laser engraver and cutter, woodcraft basics. You're scrolling right through it. I love it,
Yeah,
Scott.
I'm keeping track. Yep.
Using a jeweler's straw, drones, and a cold connecting metal for jewelry. So all of those are designed to be personal enrichment type of classes. And if you sign up for the class, you also get a free month's membership in the Makerspace. So there's a great gift idea
Right.
for ages 12 and up.
Very cool.
If you wanted to give someone a drone class for Christmas.
How awesome,
What
right?
what a great present. And then there are other classes that are more designed for business. So branding your business, for example, creating business signs, and using design thinking to develop products.
Very cool. I'm just seeing
Yep.
a couple of those now as we go through them. So again, these are all available, again, to register for online or by calling the Community Learning Center.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So 505-566-3214, and that's both for your personal enrichment and your professional development classes at San Juan College.
There you go. And many of these classes, it looks like Liesl, these are maybe a day, a couple of days. It's not a whole semester worth of classes, at least in this section,
Yep,
right?
that's exactly right. So a lot of the workforce classes are 1 or 2 days. Some things like the Makerspace classes are often just a one evening class.
Right.
So we've got all sorts of options, and you'll find a range of prices as well.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And then, as you mentioned, if I take the class and then I get my 30-day membership, I can go back, and then with that membership, I can practice and make my stuff
That's exactly right.
and do what I need to do.
Yep.
In the Makerspace. So,
Yeah.
sounds great. Where to next?
So let's talk about our classes in general. And
Okay.
Scott, you and I have these conversations. I often tease you that you're ready to come down and
I could answer
man
the
a
phones.
registration exactly
I
because
could.
you know the answers.
Right. I'm going to have to bring my
these.
bike to work so I get down to 30th Street now.
Ooh,
so
good
to-
idea. You know,
to help you.
we've got a class.
I bet you do?
Yeah.
On biking.
I mean,
sure.
Yeah. We've got a mountain biking skills class.
There you go.
So you'd have to bring your mountain bike to
Okay.
that. And we've also got a maintenance class, so you can take care of your
I would probably
bike.
need to take that. Yes, that's true. Very
Yeah,
good.
I took it a few years ago.
Right.
Yeah. And
Well, you put yours through a lot of things. You take yours on a lot of trips, I know.
I do.
I live vicariously through your Facebook page.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But we have so many beautiful trails and places to go with a mountain bike in this area that it just makes sense to take advantage of all these things.
Exactly. And we love to design classes that take advantage of taking field trips to our places in our community or getting out to see other places regionally.
Right. And again, I so enjoy because, again, you've got people that know what they're talking about and know what they're doing. And so if you're a little hesitant of going out by yourself, taking one of these classes or going on one of these field trips with these folks who've done it before and know what they're doing, it's a lot more calming, I think.
That's exactly right. I got to say, I gave my parents who live in Florida a Christmas present. I've done it for a couple of years now,
Right.
of a class with Linda Wheelbarger, and so they went out on back roads with her and the rest of a class and got to experience a few different things in
How
our
cool.
area.
I bet they loved that.
They did. They
I
had a
bet
good
they loved
time.
it. And it gets them to come visit you.
That's exactly
I'm
right.
sure they would anyway.
Yeah,
but the class helps.
The class was a good draw. Absolutely. Got to come use your Christmas present, Mom
Right.
and Dad.
And the grandkids. That
Yeah.
helps too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
And to see their daughter. I think
Yeah.
that would help too. But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Got Mom and Dad covered.
they're covered. All right. So let's talk about some of your other classes, right? So
Absolutely.
what do we got coming up in the spring, right? Because this is the time that winter is kind of shifting into spring, right?
So our schedule is January through June.
Right.
So we've got a lot of classes, start with your winter things, like maybe you want to do some needle arts and learn to crochet and things like that. And then moving into more summertime classes. We've got even a summer crochet class for you, Scott, if you want to make your bikini cover or whatever.
Okay. Well, pool season is coming. I guess what you're saying, and we'll leave it at that.
There
Okay.
you go. It's always a goal to make your audience laugh.
Yes, of course.
When we talk.
That's true. That's true.
A lot of familiar classes, painting classes, pottery classes, iPhone, iPad classes, and then some new classes too. Very excited for a new ukulele instructor who's a young gentleman who moved to Farmington from Hawaii, and so he brings a native Hawaiian perspective to his ukulele playing.
Okay.
And
I hope he's not freezing to death here with our cold weather from Hawaii, but
I think
hopefully-
he's settling in.
Good.
And that's a class that is for ages. Let me double check on
Okay.
this. I'm looking for my ages on that one. I know that we will take younger students on that class. So be
Okay.
a great class for, parents and kids.
Very good.
To take together.
Okay. But again, you can check that online and you can find out all the details, right?
That's exactly right.
I am going to scroll through a little bit, and I know I'm not on the page that you're on, Liesl Dees, but we can see here you've got all the information of what people can see when they go online, right? To see
Exactly.
kind of what we're talking about.
Yep, and they can see how many spots are open in a class, which is
Right.
usually plenty. We always have just a handful of full classes. I think as of the moment that we speak, we have 2 full classes from the schedule already. But we have lots of room in classes. We have a ton of dance classes this spring. Whether you want to learn salsa or West Coast swing or work on your jitterbug or even, Scott, your disco.
Really?
Really?
I thought that was long dead, but you're telling me it's not.
Well, Scott, you and I know it's not dead.
Well, especially, you have a certain trophy in your office. You do.
I do, because you were a judge in the
That's
Farmington Dancing with the Stars
Yes, I was, and
Yeah.
you danced your way into our hearts.
with disco.
With disco,
Yeah.
that's true.
So-
that is true. But if you want to do it elsewhere, you can take a class.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
I like it.
we've had requests. We try to meet the need, and
There you go.
we'll give it a try.
Now, you could teach this class since
No.
you're an award-winning dancer.
No.
But you're not.
No.
You've found someone
No,
else.
absolutely.
Okay.
It's actually our longtime and very popular country dancing instructors,
Okay.
Marcia and Peter Monette.
Okay.
And they have been teaching beginning and intermediate Western dance. And Marcia taught for us many years ago and then came back.
Got it.
And she and her husband Peter are going to teach disco nights in addition to Western
Okay.
dancing.
Well,
yeah.
very, very qualified, but you could be there too. You're no slouch.
Why, thank you. I follow directions well.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
yeah.
good.
And I have to say that the video of that is our most liked and most watched video on our Community Learning Center page ever.
I'm
So
not surprised.
You can see my floor sweeping move.
It's award-winning. I tell you, she's got that trophy, everybody.
It's in the office.
There you go.
What can we say? So
She is-
lots of dance, Scott.
Lots of dance,
You
okay.
you can take all sorts of dancing classes.
Point taken. I will. Okay.
Great.
I'll keep that under advisement, as they say. as they say.
There you go.
Thank you. Very good. What else is there anything new this spring?
Exactly.
That you would like to point out? Because I know there's a lot of things. I know there's some other winter activities and things like that, certainly. But
Yes, I think I've mentioned most of our new non-credit classes,
Okay.
ukulele, dance classes, some of our crocheting classes. We also have a new Master Your Minutes class because we try occasionally to do classes that are geared to kind of community needs and oftentimes people serving in nonprofits. Needing to know how to run meetings. So we've had a Master Your Meetings class for a couple of years. And I know it doesn't sound thrilling to learn parliamentary procedure on a Saturday morning and afternoon, but if you've ever experienced the difference between well-run meetings using parliamentary procedure and not well-run meetings,
Yes.
you
would understand.
You can appreciate how that can really make a difference.
True.
So to that lineup of Master Your Meetings classes, we're adding a Master Your Minutes class that, I know lots of organizations where it takes weeks to get the minutes out from. And then you've probably been in an organization with someone who gets the minutes out that day. And again, experiencing the difference helps us run better nonprofit organizations, clubs, general community meetings.
Exactly. That's true. And maybe also help you know the difference between having a meeting or just sending an email.
Exactly. What a great point.
Could be maybe
Scott?
helpful.
Yeah,
So,
that could sound like another class.
That could be.
There,
Perhaps.
but...
Is this a meeting or an email?
Yeah, there
We need
you
that
go.
here at the college. Yes.
Yeah.
But there you go. Well, that's important. Okay. And then what else is going on?
So lots of new Encore classes. One that's been requested for a while is a cybersecurity class that we know our Encore classes are designed for people 50 and older, and we know that our older population has a real concern about doing things online and wanting them to be smart about how you give personal information or what you need to do if you are on social media. How do you protect yourself in using that? How do you spot scams?
Right.
Things of that nature. So
And that's really important because I know I even have it do a double take sometimes when I get an email or something
Yep.
that looks a little scammy or not
Yep.
sure, or say, oh, my account's been compromised, but then I look a little closer and I'm like, oh, I don't think so.
Exactly.
So that's the
Yep.
issue, right?
Yep. So happy to offer a new cybersecurity class and
Very
using
good.
a curriculum that is designed for older adults.
Okay.
We've got another computer class that is designed for older adults that has been requested is a tablet skills class. So using a tablet device. We've long offered computer classes and helping people know how to navigate your way on a computer, applying those same skills and the same things. We think of tablets as oftentimes being intuitive, but
Right.
sometimes they're not for people.
Sure.
And wanting a little extra help and wanting to learn the same skills that you would have on a computer on a tablet.
Okay. So if you've got that new iPad for Christmas or tablet for Christmas,
Exactly.
this you're watching this in January,
Yep.
you can sign up for the tablet class.
We've got a class.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of new exercise classes. We've got a new instructor whose name is Robert Beck. And I've gotten to know Robert because we're both students in the jazz combo class. And he's the drummer in our jazz combo, but he has a long fitness background. So I've got quite a list of new fitness classes with him. Iron yoga, traditional Chinese movements, kickboxing, there's another one I'm forgetting down here, but you can see some variety.
I have to ask you about
there.
iron yoga, Liesl Dees. Now, is this so I can exercise while I press my clothes? What does that mean? What does that mean?
You can press your weights
Oh,
while you do
okay.
your yoga.
I'm not ironing
That was good
while I
stuff.
do. Okay, I'm just double checking.
Yeah,
You have some of the names you have. It keeps me on my toes.
it does.
I have to pay attention.
Thank you for giving us that visual image,
Yes, you're
Scott.
welcome.
I'm picturing you.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Good to know.
And then some various field trip type of classes. We've got first a religion in New Mexico class, and then a class to follow up with that is going to visit some religious sites around New Mexico. I'm looking for the title on
Okay.
on that one.
On that field trip?
I think it's the religion in New Mexico is the one that's going on the field trip.
Okay.
So delighted.
Nice.
And then an old Spanish trail
Right.
class. We've got a Navajo moccasin making class with Harry Walters.
Very
He's
cool.
taught here at the college for a number of years, and
Right.
excited to have a little different class.
And I
with
know
him.
your field trips tend to fill up pretty quickly. Is that not true, right? They tend to sell out or
Yes,
fill up?
and it varies
Okay.
based on, oftentimes it based on the enrollment for a field trip. So, for example, one of our full classes is our Bears Ears National Monument class, but it's a small class because of restrictions on group travel size
Okay.
on places that they're going.
I see.
So
That's already full.
it is full.
Okay.
I will say that we have wait lists that we create for classes, and sometimes we know people change their mind about classes, so we
Right.
do call for the wait list. A year ago, we had a full class on that same class, and we had enough people on a wait list that we made a second class out
Okay.
of it. So we
That
really
was-
do encourage people to use those
That was
wait
going to be my
lists.
next question, is
Yep.
if you ever had enough people, you could do a separate, a second offering perhaps.
Exactly.
Okay.
I am trying still, for example, to meet the seemingly insatiable pickleball demand. So,
And you've already explained to me that pickleball is not a game with pickles. You've already explained that on a previous show.
yes,
But I think it'd be awesome. I'm just saying.
it's a
you know,
great image.
you know. The courts get a
Yeah.
little sticky, but it'd still be awesome, is what I'm saying.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Take that into consideration.
We'll send
Let
it over to the HHBC.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Let
sure
them
they
know
would
what,
love to know.
what
Yeah.
I'm sure they've heard that before.
I'm sure they have. And not for me. But pickleball is still very popular.
It is. So we've added some classes that aren't in the schedule. So if you're
Okay.
interested in pickleball and you've been told before that our classes are full, we're calling the wait lists on
Okay.
those so that we can try to meet the demand that we have for those
Excellent.
classes.
Well, good to know. And again, that's important if folks are looking through the calendar or the catalog, pardon me, and seeing maybe something that's closed, or they should still try to get on a wait list because
Exactly.
there may be another second chance.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're actually going back to the wait list from fall of 2019,
Okay, right.
this fall, to fill a class that we just added on
the spring.
pickleball.
Okay.
Exactly.
So never say never.
Exactly.
Audience, there you
Yes.
go.
We,
Exactly.
we keep trying to
That's
meet the need.
Excellent.
We've got a lot of art classes, too,
Right.
through Encore. And it's worth noting that a number of those are evening classes. And so delighted to get people into those classes. And I know, for example, Scott, we had a watercolor class. Michael Bullock teaches a watercolor class with us. And several times recently, that class has gotten full. So we've called people who've been on a wait list to make sure they know that that class is open now.
Very
so
good.
Trying to help our customers.
Very cool. I'm looking at a few other classes, too, that are new. The Art of Bookbinding
Yes.
is another one, right?
It is,
For
and that's-
folks that maybe want to learn how to do that.
Exactly.
And also some stained glass classes.
Yep, our stained glass classes have been very popular. We continue to offer a beginning class, we have a skills level class, and we're adding 2 classes that are specific topics. One is for the outdoors, and that's an appropriate class for either beginners or more advanced students, and then working with bevels in your stained glass if you're up to that level, Scott.
Okay.
Just
I'm
saying.
not, but I
Okay.
could get there.
Yeah.
Give me a chance. That's true.
And a couple of other evening classes that are, working in using the fabulous facilities in our trades and tech school, woodworking, and we've actually had a woodworking and stained glass combination class. We also offer a gunsmithing class that has long been at San Juan College. So
Right.
those are a few weekend evening classes. Wood carving workshop is also a evening class. And then also in that same space, we have a framing class. And that's with Jean Bennett, who donated a beautiful collection of framed materials and both the frames and mats as well as equipment, and he donated that to San Juan College a few years back.
Oh, nice.
Now,
Yeah,
and
that's
he
great.
teaches that class.
Well, and I remember seeing, I think, some of your students work at an event not too long ago, that you probably do every year, of some of the woodworking that they've done and some of the framing that they've done in these classes, correct?
I'm trying to remember.
It might have been a birthday party. It might have been something
Yes.
else.
Oh, it was a holiday brown bag that
Maybe
you
that's
came
what it
to.
was.
Exactly. Good memory, Scott.
Well, some things they fire off sometimes.
Yeah,
correctly.
It was students' wood carving pieces, and it
they
was
were wonderful.
Yep, and a great variety of some people who'd only been carving a short time,
Right.
and others who've done this for years and are getting more guidance and help and
Exactly.
great experiences.
But just sang the praises of the program and the teacher and everything else. So it was really, really cool to see, and a lot of variety. as I mentioned. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, we have, let's see, about 10 minutes left.
Awesome.
So we're doing good on time.
And Scott, you know that we can talk about our classes all day.
We could.
We have
That's
fabulous instructors. And
there's many more than we've gotten a chance to talk about this morning.
That's exactly right. I want to mention one that kind of like the Master Your Minutes and Master Your Meetings classes may help organizations in our community.
Okay.
And that's an Encore class that is called Grant Writing for Agencies and Volunteer Organizations. Dr. Vicki Ramica worked at San Juan College for many, many years in
Right.
a number of different capacities. She's retired, and she teaches this class once a year for us of helping people walk through the mysterious seeming grant process. And I had a wonderful success story from that. There's a nonprofit called It's My Very Own Bags of Love that has they create and give bags to kids who are interacting with law enforcement or social services.
Okay,
And
right.
so they are creating materials to help kids in need. They had 3 people from their organization take Vicky's class, and it enabled them to get funds to kind of create an annual budget that they've been able to really service our community with a very particular program, but they've gotten some great financial resources
That's
because
great.
of the grant writing class
That's
that
wonderful.
they took.
And
Yeah.
again, as someone who's written a grant or two, it is an art. So it's really important to learn some insights and maybe learn
Yep.
kind of how to do it effectively.
Yep, and what Vicki says is that most grants are asking for the same kind of information. Every grant is going to have its own specifics of
Right, sure.
what it wants, what it wants to fund. But once you learn how to craft your message in a certain way and be effective at the documents that you need and how to go about the structure of a grant, it seems less overwhelming.
True. And it can be overwhelming until you really do dig into it. That's very
Exactly.
true. So
Yep.
to know. Okay. And that class, I would imagine, is just a couple of sessions.
It's 16 hours of class time.
Okay.
So it's taking place in the middle of January. It's January 15th through February 12th, and then they have 2 times that they meet in a computer lab.
Okay.
So they can actually help you get your documents together and kind of help you
start-
get organized.
start the process,
Yeah.
you're right.
And Vicki will warn you that you will have homework
Okay.
from that class.
Gotcha. Well, that's
but-
okay.
Exactly, because it's intended to really be hands-on and get you really going in the process.
Right. Okay. Very good.
So our fitness classes, I mentioned
Yes.
a few of our
You did,
new
'cause
ones.
now in January, we're going to have all these New Year's resolutions, and so you've got it covered, right? If you
That's
want to
exactly right.
drop a few pounds or
Yep.
gain some muscle or whatever, or anything in between.
And our Encore classes are designed for people 50 and older, but open to anyone 18 and older. And I think that's particularly helpful to know with our exercise classes, that you don't have to be 50 in order to do our kickboxing class, for example,
Right.
or our tap dance class.
Okay.
And delighted to have people of various ages. Our golf game classes are another one that has been a popular
Right.
class, and we had students who asked if we would do golf in the evening as well as during the day. So we did, and those have been great classes.
Very cool,
So-
right? And I must say, dancing is great exercise. I have a sister who is a dancer, and I mean, she swears by it. It's great exercise if you get out there, and you would know, Disco Queen,
Well, thank you.
what kind of exercise you get when you're up there spinning around.
That's exactly right. And I think the thing that I love about that as exercise, Scott, I cannot walk by that class without getting a smile on my face because it's upbeat, it's happy. People are, they're working at it, but they sure have fun.
They are having
in
fun.
that class.
That's true. And they're getting a workout, so
Exactly.
some exercise, so that's great. Very
Yep.
good.
I'd be remiss too if I didn't mention that we all know we have a lot of stress in our lives, and I see a lot of our classes. Well, I just attended a conference where they said every one of your classes is a wellness class. Because yes, we do exercise and we do things that are specifically geared to good nutrition, for example.
Right,
But
sure.
painting,
That
Could
would
be about
stress
wellness.
reliever. Yeah,
exactly.
sure.
You know, things that feed our souls, things that really spark our imagination and help us feel good about ourselves and the world. You know,
Very true.
That's what personal enrichment is about.
That's it. That's exactly it. And that's what this whole catalog is full of, is all these types of opportunities.
Exactly.
And so there
Yep.
you are. And just for folks to find what really speaks to them and sign up.
That's exactly right. Let me hit one more class
Okay.
if I have time, Scott. And
You do.
that's a Let's Simplify class. So
Oh.
if part of your New
Okay.
Year's resolutions are about cleaning up your life, whether it's your closet or your kitchen, or kind of a general philosophy and approach to reduce your stress.
You will come and clean my kitchen, Liesl Dees?
You heard it here.
Okay. Sign me up.
I did not say
Oh,
that,
I'm sorry.
Scott.
I'm sorry. Okay. The class will help me.
The class will help
Okay.
you clean your kitchen.
In your own mess.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But the idea is to simplify
Yes.
lives.
Sure.
And taking that from a philosophical perspective and examining the less of our lives.
Right.
So
Well,
excited about that one.
That is a good one. And as someone who's about to embark on an office cleaning, I can relate. So, yeah, I get it.
Awesome.
I may end up in that class if things don't go well.
Yes,
So
you may.
Stay tuned, everyone. But we will see. Well, it's a lot of variety, a lot of great opportunities for folks, and I think a lot of ways that folks can really either give these as gifts, as you mentioned, at the holiday time, or if you're watching this in January, everyone, you can again sign up as maybe a New Year's resolution, or even give a gift as a New Year's resolution for someone, right?
That's exactly right. We love all those options. And I will say that, like the rest of San Juan College, we close for 2 weeks, so we'll take a little break.
Right.
So please get your gift giving in before Friday the 20th.
Week from today,
And then we come
if you're
back.
watching in December,
There you go. And then we come back on January 6th.
which is today, if you're watching in January.
Perfect, Scott. Our timing couldn't be better.
That's right.
And happy to help you at 8 o'clock in the morning and
There you go.
get going back on January 6th.
Okay. Now, if I'm giving this as a gift, can I get a little certificate or something that I can
Yep.
put in an envelope for somebody?
We have a special card already
Right.
made, so we'll make it easy for you.
See?
And
Thought of everything.
We can help you with that. So call us before Friday the 20th.
Okay, that's what you need to do. Or stop by
Exactly.
the
at
new
that
space.
beautiful new building.
Right.
Yep.
And again, the address escapes me. It's 3041.
30.
that the one?
I'm still learning.
Yep.
It's got 3401
Oh, it's close.
East 30th Street, and we say Suite B because it's on the back side
Okay.
of the building.
There you go, on the third floor.
Exactly.
And so if you again, and you described it perfectly, if you're driving down 30th Street to the east towards Main Street,
Yep.
it's a right-hand turn. It's actually the first right-hand turn with the big San Juan College sign, because that
Yep.
gets you on the upper level parking lot.
Yes.
And you can park right outside that second floor entrance and just go up one floor and you're there.
Scott, you're ready to come answer the phones.
I am ready to go.
All right.
Sign me up. There you are.
Great.
Liesl Dees, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much.
Scott, it's always a joy. Thanks for making us all laugh and appreciate the things in our community.
Well, you are welcome. And if you're watching in December, happy holidays. If you're watching in January, happy New Year.
You got it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Liesl.
Scott.
You're welcome. That's Liesl Dees, my guest here from the San Juan College Encore program and Community Learning Center, right here with me on KSJE.